press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hi students, welcome back. Today the next topic, which is belongs to P block, that is 16th A group elements. 16th A group elements are also called as oxygen family. I would like to discuss about that history. History means how they occur, what are the physical properties, what are the chemical properties, what about the uses, and those elements are combined with other elements, what will be the products, and what about the use of the products. Now we have to discuss. So the topic name is same P block elements only, but on the P block elements, that is 16th A group elements. 16th A group elements already moreover students they know all groups, total 18 groups are there. On 18 groups, 2 groups are belongs to S block, 6 groups are belongs to P block, and remaining 10 groups are belongs to D block. So here those are classified according to the electronic configuration. Clear it is. So 16th group elements. 16th group elements are nothing but oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, and polonium. 5 elements are there in 16th A group elements: oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. These elements are called as 16A group elements. These elements are called as 16A group elements. These are also named as chalcogens. Clear it is. 16A group elements are also named as chalcogens. Why these are called as chalcogens? Because of ore forming elements. Ore forming elements. Ore forming elements means number of copper minerals. Copper minerals will be there. Copper is not exist in free state. It is available in the form of oxide. It is available in the form of sulfide. It is available in the form of sulfate. Due to that reason, these are called as chalcogens. Clear it is. What are the 5 elements? Oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, and polonium. These are the 5 elements which are belongs to P block. Which are belongs to P block. Already we know that P block is placed at right side of the periodic table. Clear it is. P block is placed at right side of the periodic table. So oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium, these are collectively called as chalcogens because of ore forming elements. Ore forming elements. Clear it is. Let us discuss what the general properties, what about the importance of this group we have to discuss now. So here the topic name is 16th group elements. Sixteenth group elements. So oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. What are the symbols? Say that. Oxygen, sulfur, Se. Se is called as selenium, tellurium, polonium. oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. These are belongs to 16th A group elements. 16th A group elements are in periodic table, they should give, that is the 6th A group elements. We know that oxygen atomic number 8, sulfur atomic number 16, selenium atomic number 34, tellurium atomic number 34 plus 18, 34 plus 18 is equal to 52, and polonium atomic number 52 plus 32 is 84. These are the atomic numbers of the respective elements: oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. So here electronic configuration of oxygen, we know that 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. According to Hund's rule, 1s2, 2s2, fourth electron pairing with 2px, two unpaired electrons are there, we can represent like this. So here we should represent like this: 2s2 and followed by 2p4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Two unpaired electrons are present in outermost. So it is ready to form how many bonds? 2 bonds. So this electronic configuration is called as ground state electronic configuration. Ground state electronic configuration, once you observe, oxygen is 8 atomic number 8. So electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. While coming to the sulfur, atomic number 16, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p4. Once you observe here, oxygen electronic configuration 2s2, 2p4, sulfur electronic configuration 3s2, 3p4, followed by selenium electronic configuration 4s2, 4p4. While writing 4s2, 4p4, we should write here 3d10, 3d10, 4s2, 4p4, argon 3d10, 4s2, 4p4, and tellurium electronic configuration 5s2, 5p4, and polonium electronic configuration 6s2, 6p4. Here 4d10, here followed by 4f14 and 5d10. So once you observe this electronic configurations of 16th A group elements, according to this information, we should write that general electronic configuration. General electronic configuration: s orbital 2 electrons, while going to p orbital 4 electrons. Only the change in principal quantum number. Principal quantum number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So instead of writing all these things, we should give one simple general electronic configuration, that is ns2 np4. So make a note, my dear students, this is important point in 16th A group elements. Starting it is general electronic configuration of 16A group elements. General electronic configuration of 16A group elements: ns2 np4, s orbital completely filled with 2 electrons, p orbital is partially filling according to Hund's rule. Number of unpaired electrons: 2 unpaired electrons. So is it octet configuration? This is not octet configuration. For octet, 2 electrons to gain. For octet, 2 electrons to gain. That point we have to discuss in oxidation states. Clear? So general electronic configuration of 16A group elements are ns2 np4. Expand this ns2 np4, ns2 electrons, while coming to the npx2, npy1, npz1. We should write like this: px, py, pz. Already we know 3 p orbitals: npx2, npy1 and npz1. It is ground state electronic configuration. Clear it is. This is called as ground state electronic configuration of 16A group elements, ns2 np4. This is one of the important point in 16A group element, general electronic configuration ns2 np4. So what are the 16A group elements? Oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium, all are called as collectively called as chalcogens. So here what will be the occurrence? Occurrence was very important. So let us discuss about that occurrence. So here So, how these are available? Oxygen, we know that oxygen in earth crust, it is available by 20.946%. 20.946% is aggregated to 21% by volume. By volume it is 21%. By mass 46.6%. Availability of oxygen, number one, oxygen availability 46.6% by mass in earth crust. It is available in 46.6% by mass, and 20.946%, we should round up to it was 21% by volume. In dry air contains 21%, nearly 21% is nothing but 20.946% of oxygen by volume. By mass it is 46.6%. While coming to the second one is very very important, that is sulfur. Sulfur availability only 0.03% to 0.1%. Earth crust, it is available 0.03% to 0.1%, and this sulfur is also called as brimstone. So make a note, my dear students, it is sulfur is also called as brimstone, and the word sulfur is collected from Sanskrit, salveri. What is salveri? Means killer of carbon. Sulfur, the word is collected from, obtained from Sanskrit. In Sanskrit, salveri. Salveri is called as killer of copper. So here you should make a note, this is a Sanskrit word, sulfur. Salveri is, what is salveri? Killer of copper. Because of already I said that these are also called as chalcogens. Chalcogens means many copper ores, many copper. Copper is not available, not exist in elementary form. It is exist as sulfides, sulfates, oxides, like that. Due to that reason, these 16A group elements are ore forming elements. These are ore forming elements. So due to that, sulfur is already named as brimstone. In earth crust, elementary form it is available in 0.03% to 0.1%. The name sulfur is collected from Sanskrit. In Sanskrit, salveri is called as killer of copper. Killer of copper. So here, what are the minerals regarding this sulfur means? Let us consider sulfates. What are the sulfates? CaSO4 2H2O. This is called as gypsum. CaSO4 2H2O called as gypsum. MgSO4 7H2O is called as Epsom. Make a note, my dear students. MgSO4 7H2O Epsom, CaSO4 2H2O gypsum, BaSO4 barite. These are said to be sulfate. Sulfur is in elementary form, the availability is 0.03% to 0.1% in earth crust. In combined form, it is available in the form of sulfate, CaSO4 2H2O gypsum, MgSO4 7H2O Epsom, BaSO4 barytes, followed by sulfide. It is also available in the form of sulfide. What are the sulfides? ZNS. Very very important. This is ZNS is called as zinc blende. ZNS is called as zinc blende, and PBS is called as galena. HGS is called as cinnabar. CuFeS2 is called as copper pyrites. pyrites. Copper pyrites. So these are said to be sulfide. So sulfur is available in the form of sulfate. Sulfur is available in the form of sulfide, zinc blend, formula ZNS, galena PBS, cinnabar HGS, copper pyrite is CuFeS2, iron pyrite is also there. Different type of minerals are there. So copper minerals are available in the form of oxides and sulfides. So this will be the occurrence of sulfur, and remaining elements selenium and tellurium. Selenium and tellurium also available in the form of selenides, tellurides in sulfide ores. Very fractional values it was. Selenium and tellurium also available in the form of selenide and tellurides. While coming to the polonium, polonium is radioactivity element. Radioactive element. So it was discovered by Madame Curie from pitch blende. So the decay of uranium and thorium, uranium or thorium decay. What the decay? They decay alpha and beta and gamma particles. Decay of spontaneously emission of alpha, beta, gamma particles, because of these are natural radioactivity, you know that. So uranium and thorium, natural decay of alpha, beta, gamma particles. Then we have to obtained, that is polonium, and this was discovered by that Madame Curie from pitch blende, and the half life of polonium is 13.8 days. 13.8 days. So my dear students, make a note, this is very important point. So here So here 13.8 days, okay, right. So make a note, my dear students, these are the minerals which are available, sulfur in the form of sulfates and sulfides. Clear? And next followed by 13.8 days, right, that is correct only. So here followed by general properties. General properties we know already, because of every group is related with atomic radius, ionic radius, electronegativity, electropositivity, metallic character, ionization enthalpy, electron gain enthalpy, melting points, boiling points, density, these all are said to be general properties of groups. Clear? So while starting this general properties, we should start with electronic configuration. So physical properties, not physical properties, general characteristics. General characteristics. So here number 1, electronic configuration. NS2, NP4. These group elements are belongs to P block. Number of electrons present in outermost 6. It is not octet configuration. For octet 2 electrons to gain. For octet 2 electrons to gain. So, general electronic configuration NS2 NP4. And second one, atomic radii, ionic radii. Already we know that atomic radii, ionic radii increases down the group. From oxygen to polonium it was increases. Why it was increases? Because of differentiating electron enters into new principal quantum number. Then the distance between center of the nucleus to outermost electron increases. So, size of an atom increases, ion of the atom increases. So, atomic radii increases from oxygen to polonium, because size. Why it was increases means differentiating electron enter into new principal quantum number. While coming to the third point, density. Density also we know that density increases from oxygen to polonium. While size increases, mass of an element increases. Density we know that mass by volume. Mass increases, density increases. So, density increases oxygen to polonium. While coming to the very important point, this is fourth point, make a note and give 1 star for this. Melting points and boiling points. Melting points, boiling points, generally size increases means melting points increases, boiling points also increases. Melting points, boiling points both are increases. This information was there in NCERT, one table was given. On the table once you observe the melting points of oxygen and melting point of sulfur. Melting point of oxygen and melting point of sulfur, and compare melting point of sulfur to compare melting point of selenium and tellurium. So, here and last one is polonium will be the last element in the table. So, what trend you observed in this one? What will be the trend here? From oxygen to sulfur, melting point was suddenly increases. Suddenly means a large gap takes place between these two, large gap. A large gap takes place. That point you have to notice it. This was very important. Why the melting point increases suddenly between oxygen to sulfur? Here suppose melting point was increases by 4 units suppose. Then from sulfur to selenium 1 unit, selenium to tellurium 1 unit. 1 unit means we observed a regular increase. Instead of that regular increase, the melting point of oxygen to sulfur means suddenly increases, suddenly jump. Why it was suddenly jump? Because of this fact was explained in the form of atomicity. This fact was explained in the form of what it is? Atomicity. What is atomicity? Very important. This is why melting point suddenly increases from oxygen to sulfur. Once you observe in the NCERT text, the values once you focus the values, what the value of oxygen melting point, what the value of sulfur melting point, a large gap takes place. After that you have to go to sulfur to selenium, small gap, selenium to tellurium, small gap, tellurium to polonium, decrease it was. Clear it is. Once you observe the table, then you have to notice at this point, because of the reason is atomicity. What is atomicity? Atomicity means oxygen is diatomic. Oxygen is which atomic? Diatomic. And oxygen diatomic, it is at room temperature, it is gas. Oxygen diatomic, room temperature it is gas. While going to the sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polyatomic. Polyatomic means octaatomic. Octaatomic. S8, Se8, Te8. These are said to be what? Octaatomic. Octaatomic means it is nothing but polyatomic. Clear it is, polyatomic. So, this was the reason. This was the reason while melting points and boiling points suddenly increases from oxygen to sulfur. Then from sulfur to we have to observe regular trend. Due to the structure of polonium, the melting point becomes less compared to remaining. Clear it is. So, here make a note, this was very important point, my dear students. These are the common points: atomic radius, ionic radius, electronic configuration, density. No need to consider like that points, but where the controversy point was there, you have to notice that and you have to practice. Clear it is. So, melting points, boiling points increases generally, but the trend is not in systematic pattern. From oxygen to sulfur suddenly increase, from sulfur to selenium, selenium to polonium gradually increases. The reason is atomicity. Oxygen is diatomic molecular gas at room temperature, while coming to the remaining elements are octatomic or polyatomic, all are solids except oxygen. Except oxygen, remaining all are solids only. Clear it is. So, this will be the melting point and boiling point, and while going to the ionization potential. Ionization potential also important point. Oxygen ionization potential is very high, that is 1314 kilojoules per mole. 1314 kilojoules per mole. Then what happens when down the group ionization potential values are increases or decreases? After that point we have to compare the ionization potential values with respect to the adjacent groups. Adjacent groups means here 15th group elements are there, right side 17th group elements are there, middle oxygen family is there. Comparison, we have to compare from left to right, what will be the difference. Generally we know in groups down the group ionization potentials decreases, in periods ionization potentials increases, that point we have to know. But here once we comparison we will get some points. So, make a note this point, you have to notice at this point melting point and boiling point. Oxygen is diatomic, rest are octatomic, and polonium is a radioactivity element. Polonium is obtained from pitch blende, and it is a natural decay of uranium or thorium, and the half life of polonium is 13.8 days. You have to notice these points, and after this we have to discuss ionization potential, electron gain enthalpy, electronegativity, physical state, different type of general properties are there. After completion of the general properties, next we will discuss about chemical properties. So, ionization potential. Ionization potential, it is fifth point. Generally oxygen to polonium ionization potentials decreases. Oxygen to polonium ionization potential value decreases. Why it was decreases means size increases. Size increases, the distance between the center of the nucleus to outermost electron is far away, then we can easy to remove an electron from outermost. Clear? So, down the group IP decreases, across a period ionization potentials increases. So, here you have to notice that first ionization, it is first ionization potential values of 16th group elements from oxygen to polonium decreases. Compared nitrogen, phosphorus, oxygen, sulfur, fluorine, chlorine. It is 16th group, it is 15th group, it is 17th group. So, while coming to oxygen sulfur IP decrease, sulfur to selenium, selenium to polonium, direct down the group IP values are continuously decreases. While coming to compare to 15th group elements, nitrogen IP 1 greater than oxygen. Nitrogen ionization potential values greater than oxygen. Actually we know what in periods. In periods, what happened in periods? IP values increases. IP value increases means this is period. What we expect O, N, O, F, we expect like this, N less than O less than F. But here what I am saying, first ionization potential value of nitrogen is greater than oxygen. Oxygen ionization potential value is less than fluorine. What will be the reason? We have to notice this reason, very important, because of while coming to this information, nitrogen, we know that nitrogen is half filled electronic configuration. Half filled configuration for 15A group. Half filled means NS2 NP3. S electron completely filled, p orbital half filled. So, already we know that IP values are more for full filled electronic configurations or half filled electronic configurations. So, here nitrogen 15th A group elements, general configuration NS2 NP3. Half filled electronic configuration are more stable compared to partially filling electronic configurations. Due to that reason, oxygen ionization enthalpy value is less than adjacent group. What is the adjacent group? nitrogen family. 16A group elements IP values are quite less than 15th A group elements, or IP value of oxygen is less than nitrogen. What will be the reason? Nitrogen electronic configuration is half filled electronic configuration. While coming to the fluorine, fluorine electronic configuration NS2NP5. NS2NP5 means 5 electrons are present in p orbital. While coming to the this is not a half filled, this is a partially filling. While oxygen, you are going to oxygen also, we should write NS2 2 electrons and NP4 4 electrons. This is also partially filling electronic configuration. While coming to the nitrogen, we should write like this. It is a half filled electronic configuration. Half filled and full filled electronic configurations are more stable than partially filling. So, first priority we should give for this N. Clear? After that, after N, next is oxygen. After is fluorine, we are thinking like that. But what I am writing here, nitrogen IP1 value is greater than oxygen. Oxygen IP1 value is less than fluorine. Why? Because of 17th group elements nuclear charge increases. Due to more nuclear charge, IP value of 17th group elements are more than 16A group elements. Clear it is. What I am saying, once you observed here, like this, it was coming, it is nitrogen, it is oxygen, this is fluorine, like this. The curve was going like this. Why? Because of nitrogen half filled electronic configuration, it is before nitrogen carbon, you said carbon to before what it is boron. Boron to carbon increases, carbon to nitrogen increases, nitrogen to oxygen also we expect increase, but instead of that nitrogen to oxygen decreases while oxygen to fluorine increases. Fluorine to neon increases because of neon a noble gas, complete filled electronic configuration. So, my dear students, make a note regarding this IP values. 1 IP1 first ionization enthalpy values of 16th A group elements compared to 15th A group elements and 17th A group elements are compared to those both groups, the values are less. What is IP value of oxygen means? Oxygen ionization enthalpy value is 1314 kilojoules per mole. 1314 kilojoules per mole it is the ionization enthalpy value of oxygen. While down the group, ionization enthalpy values are decreases, that is common thing. While going to period increases, but want to compare to 15th group, compare to 17th group, we have to find oxygen less than nitrogen, oxygen less than fluorine. So, you have to follow this trend, N greater than O, less than F. We expect one question, important point in the entrance point of view, we expect like this type of questions. N IP value more is more than oxygen, oxygen IP value is less than fluorine. Clear? So, after this ionization potential, next one is electron gain enthalpy and electronegativity. Electron gain enthalpy. Electron gain enthalpy is a complete reverse of ionization potential. Ionization potential is nothing but removal of an electron from outermost. How much energy required to remove an electron from outermost from neutral atom. Then what is electron gain enthalpy is addition of one electron. Addition of one electron for outermost electron configuration. How much amount of energy will be liberated is said to be electron gain enthalpy. So, already we know that in groups electron gain enthalpy decreases, in periods electron gain enthalpy increases, already we know that information. So, here once you compare oxygen, electron gain enthalpy is less than sulfur. Make a note, my dear students, oxygen electron gain enthalpy is less than sulfur. Actually what I am saying it is down the group. Down the group oxygen more electron gain enthalpy, next is sulfur, next selenium, next tellurium, last is what? Polonium, like that. Down the group electron gain enthalpy decrease, down the group electron gain enthalpy decrease, but instead of that irregular trend it is oxygen electron gain enthalpy is less than sulfur. What is the reason? Means compact size, compact size, it is compact size of oxygen, compact size of oxygen. This is, imagine it is nucleus, 1s2 electrons, 2s2 electrons and 2p4 electrons. Size become very small. While you are adding one electron, while you are adding one electron to outermost, electron versus electron, interelectronic repulsions takes place due to the small size. Due to the small size, interelectronic repulsions takes place. To avoid that repulsions, to avoid that repulsions, you have to apply more energy. Generally, electron gain enthalpies are exothermic or endothermic? Exothermic. Exothermic means we observe negative. Ionization potentials are endothermic because of we require some energy to removal of electron from outermost, you separate some energy. Opposite of ionization enthalpy is electron gain enthalpy. Electron gain enthalpy is exothermic. But here, while adding electron to outermost configuration, we have to face some problem. What will be the problem? Means some repulsions. What are the repulsions? Approaching electron, outermost electron, both are repulsed with each other. That is called as interelectronic repulsions. To avoid that repulsions, you have to apply some energy, apply energy. Then applying energy means we are using energy. Energy using means that is called as endothermic. Due to that reason, it is positive value. Clear it is. Electron gain enthalpy of first oxygen, oxygen electron gain enthalpy 1 is positive, remaining or negative. Clear it is. So, this was the reason. You have to notice this reason, very very important, my dear students. These are the simple points we have to revise. Clear. Electron gain enthalpy generally decreases oxygen to polonium, but oxygen electron gain enthalpy is less than sulfur. What is the reason? Means reason is compact size of oxygen, small size, interelectronic repulsions takes place. Due to that, oxygen electron gain enthalpy is less than sulfur. So, down the group electron gain enthalpy values are decreases. While coming to the next one is electronegativity. Electronegativity, we know that size small, electronegativity more, size large, electronegativity less. While going down the group, electronegativity, oxygen to polonium decreases. Oxygen to polonium electronegativity decreases because of after fluorine, next to fluorine the priority goes to oxygen only. Fluorine electronegativity value we know that 4.0 Pauling scale, while going to oxygen it is 3.5 electronegativity of oxygen. While coming to the oxygen to sulfur, selenium, tellurium, we will get 2.4, 2.1, like that values we will get. Clear. So, it is electronegativity values are decreases down the group because of size increases. Electronegativity is completely related with size. Once the size increase means electronegativity decreases, electropositivity increases. Electropositivity increases means metallic character increases. Electronegativity increases means metallic character increases. Electronegativity decrease, metallic character increases. Electronegativity increases, more electronegative means non-metals, less electronegative is metals. Clear it is. So, based on that we have to find on that 16th A group elements which are metals, which are non-metals and which are metalloids, we have to notice at that point also. Clear it is. So, here fluorine electronegativity value 4.0, oxygen electronegativity value 3.5, while down the group electronegativity decreases from oxygen to polonium. And while coming to the next point was very very important, it is that is atomicity and metallic character. Atomicity, oxygen is diatomic, we should write O2. Sulfur, selenium, tellurium, octaatomic, S8, Se8, Te8, and polonium is a radioactive element, we should write simple PO. And at room temperature, oxygen is gas, remaining all are solids. Due to the more electronegativity of oxygen, one important fact was there, one important example regarding this electronegativity. H2O, H2S, once you observe this, H2SE, H2TE, H2PO, these are named as hydrides. These are named as hydrides of 16th group elements. Due to more electronegativity of oxygen, electronegativity more, sulfur electronegativity is less. Due to this reason, in water molecule associated with intermolecular hydrogen bonding, water is associated with intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Remaining all are not associated with intermolecular hydrogen bonding due to the electronegativity value is less. Due to that reason, these all are volatile except water. Except water, remaining all are volatile. Except water, remaining all are poisonous. What is the reason? Due to the more electronegativity of oxygen atom, it is associated with intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Such type of bonds are not observed in H2S, H2SE, H2TE. Due to that, remaining all are volatile poisonous compounds, poisonous gaseous. Water is liquid, water is liquid and non-volatile. Clear it is. This fact we have to explain in the form of electronegativity. And here while coming to the oxygen diatomic, while going to the sulfur, selenium, tellurium are the octaatomic. Octaatomic means we should write S8, T8, Te8, Se8. Oxygen is room temperature gas, remaining all are solids. While going to the metallic character, oxygen, sulfur, non-metals, oxygen, sulfur, non-metals, and selenium, tellurium, metalloids. And while coming to the polonium is a radioactivity metal. Electropositivity increases down the group. Electropositivity increases means metallic character increases. IP decrease, metallic character increases. Electronegativity decrease, metallic character increases. Electropositivity increases, metallic character increases. So, make a note, this point was very, very important, my dear students. Make a note, special notes, it is oxygen, sulfur are non-metals, selenium, tellurium, metalloids, polonium is the only metal, that is radioactivity metal. Clear it is. Polonium is radioactivity metal. And while coming to this side, oxygen is a gas, room temperature, diatomic, remaining all are octaatomic solids. Octaatomic solids, S8, Se8, Te8. And what we discussed regarding this general characteristics, you have to make a note, point number 4, melting points, boiling points, very, very important. Why melting point, boiling point suddenly increases from oxygen to sulfur. Once you observe in NCERT, the values are given in NCERT text, we should go through that. And next IP values. IP values means comparison to 15th group elements and comparison to 16th group elements or 17th group elements. And next one is atomicity, important. And next is metallic character. These 4 points are very, very important what we discussed in this class, today class it is. And occurrence of sulfates, sulfur, sulfates, sulfides, the formulas, what we discussed, gypsum, epsom, barytes, copper pyrites, silver glands, copper glands, different type of examples are there, zinc blend and zinc blend, what about that, pitch blend is obtained from, pitch blend is source of polonium, and galena, cinnabar. You have to notice that points are very important. And followed by next is allotropics and oxidation states are there. Then we have to discuss about allotropics. After allotropic forms, next is oxidation. Or first we discussed oxidation states. Oxidation states very important. This is, make a note. So, ground state electronic configuration. NS2, NP4. According to Hund's rule, it is ground state electronic configuration NS2, NP4. Number of electrons present in the outermost 6 electrons. It is not stable electronic configuration. For stability, it required 2 electrons. So, generally these group elements are shows what it is, -2 oxidation state. -2 oxidation state. Oxygen generally exhibit -2 oxidation state. So, remember oxygen general is -2. In oxides it is -2. Suppose O2 is there. O2 is what? Molecule. In O2 molecule, what is oxidation state of oxygen is 0. O2 molecule, oxidation state of oxygen is 0. H2O2, H2O2 is called as peroxide. In peroxide oxidation number is -1. KO2, KO2 is called as superoxide. In superoxide's oxidation number -1/2. Molecular oxygen 0. In peroxides -1. In superoxides -1/2. In OF2, OF2 is called as oxyfluorides. 2 will be there here, OF2 and O2F2. This is also called as oxyfluorides. In oxyfluorides, oxygen oxidation number is +2 and +1. So, make a note, my dear students. These points are very important regarding entrance point of view. They should select questions from this type of controversy oxidation states. KO2, potassium superoxide. What is oxidation number of oxygen is -1/2. Generally, we know that oxidation number of oxygen is -2 because of number of electrons present in outermost 6 electrons. 2 electrons are present in outermost, so it is ready to form 2 bonds. 2 bonds means gaining of 2 electrons, -2 is the stable oxidation number. But oxygen in other compounds, the oxidation number will be variation takes place. What the variation means? Molecular oxygen is 0, peroxide -1, superoxide -1/2, oxygen fluoride, oxyfluorides. This is not the formula. This is formula, but this is not the name of this formula. Actually, it is oxygen difluoride, dioxygen difluoride. That is the name of the compound. So, these are said to be oxyfluorides. In oxyfluorides, the oxygen oxidation number is +2 and +1, +2 and +1. And what about the remaining elements? Remaining elements along with -2, remaining elements +2, +4, +6. Oxidation states also possible. 2 electrons -2 or +2. So, according to that configuration. So, make a note, this point you have to notice, my dear students, 0, -1, -2, +2, +1. Clear? Or take a screenshot. This was very useful further assistance, further practice oxidation numbers which is related to stoichiometry. So, here according to the configuration only we have to deciding that oxidation number. Number of bonds is equals to oxidation number only. Number of bonds means number of unpaired electrons. Number of unpaired electrons is equals to number of bonds. Number of bonds is equals to what? Oxidation number. So, here once you observe this is a ground state, then we are going to first excited state. First excited state configuration is what? NS2, NP3, NP1. So, once you observed, my dear students, sorry, it is ND1. The number of unpaired electrons are 4. In ground state, other elements exhibit +2 oxidation state, +4 oxidation state, +4 oxidation state, +2 oxidation state. While going to the second excited state configuration, NS1, NP3, ND2, so here +6. So, generally according to the electronic configuration, number of electrons present in outermost 6 electrons, for octet configuration 2 electrons to gain. So, generally -2 oxidation number. Addition of -2 oxidation number, we should consider +2, +4, +6. In ground state, other elements exhibit +2 oxidation number. In first excited state, +4 oxidation number. In second excited state, +6 oxidation number. And oxygen does not have vacant d orbitals and electronegativity is more, size is small. Due to that, oxygen is anomalous behavior of rest of elements, because of there is no vacant d orbitals. Due to that reason, it does not expand its covalency 4, maximum covalency 4, but in practice we observed valency 2, maximum 3 only it is. In some examples only we observed that oxygen form 3 bonds, maximum oxygen is satisfied with 2 bonds with 2 lone pairs, while rest of elements covalency beyond 4 because of availability of vacant d orbitals. Vacant d orbitals are available in remaining elements. Due to that reason, they can expand the electronic configuration. While expanding electronic configuration, the covalency also expanded. So, except oxygen, remaining elements covalency beyond 4, oxygen covalency 4 maximum, that is also not possible. In practically it is maximum 3 only it is. Practically it is maximum 3, that is H3O plus hydronium ion, we consider that example. Clear it is. So, here +2, +4, +6 oxidation state, and down the group you have to notice this point. Down the group +6 oxidation state, stability decreases, +4 oxidation state, stability increases. So, you have to make a note, my dear students, this point very important. Down the group +6 oxidation state, stability decreases, while going to the +4 oxidation state, stability increases. What will be the reason? Means due to the inert pair effect. This point was very important. Due to the inert pair effect. Due to the inert pair effect, oxidation state, heavier elements oxidation state is stable oxidation state is less than 2 units with respect to the group number. It is 6th group. 6th group means oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. Selenium, tellurium, polonium. Polonium stable oxidation number is +4 only. Polonium stable oxidation number +4. And while going to the selenium, tellurium, +6 decreases and +4 increases. While coming to this is +6 stable. But here there is no formation of +6. Oxygen -2 only. Clear it is. So, these are the oxidation numbers. Generally, these group elements exhibit that oxidation number is -2. Addition of -2 in ground state it is +2, first excited state +4, second excited state +6, and down the group the +6 oxidation state stability decreases and +4 oxidation state stability increases due to the inert pair effect. Due to that reason, polonium is stable with +4, not +6. Why it not +6? Because of inert pair effect. Inert pair effect means these electrons are not involving in the bond formation. Reluctance of ns orbital for the bond formation due to the screening effect. Screening effect means these electrons are strongly attracted towards the nucleus. Strongly attracted towards the nucleus means there is no splitting. If not splitting, the splitting not takes place means there is no formation of bond. That is said to be in the form of inert pair effect. So, oxygen generally shows -2, but in molecular oxygen 0, in peroxides -1, superoxides -1/2, in oxygen fluorides +1, +2. Clear? Remaining elements, different oxidation states are available according to that examples. And followed by next is allotropies, and allotropic form of allotropes of 15th A group elements and general chemical properties are there. We will discuss it on next class. So, read that concept, stay with us, stay safe. Thank you.